Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have the Femme to show you, which is the fifth and final part of my animal print acrylic series. So this now is going to be some colour blocking, and I'm going to be using crystal glass from CJP, peach sorbet, a mix of Snow White and crystal glass, this glitter from A&A Glitters, which is called Kiss Me Softly, and there are a couple of other products which I will show you as the video goes along. If you did miss the previous 4 parts, I will leave them linked in the description box below, but they don't have to be watched in order or anything like that. They all just show how I've done each nail, and each nail incorporates something different. So on to this video. So I'm just basically getting the rough idea of what shape I wanted the cutout to be for this first section, as I really just was unsure. So I just come in with a thin bead, you know, just to sort of have a look. So then I'm coming in with another bead and I'm building up that shape. I decided to just go for like a slanted sweep across the lower half of the nail. So I'm just placing that down, blending out the back of it, and then sweeping across with my brush to create the wall. So here I am only using the Love by CJP brush, which is a size 8 to 10, and I'm very used to using a size 12. So I did come in and do it in a few more beads than I usually would do a nail in, just as I did struggle with picking up bigger beads, as I'm so used to a bigger brush now after a while of using a size 12. This is an absolutely lovely brush though. When I first come back into doing nails, it was my go-to brush. So if you do like a smaller brush or you're a beginner, I would highly recommend it. So I'm sorry I'm slightly out of shot here, it was a bit tricky, so I just had to keep keeping an eye on the camera. So I'm just building that up a little bit more. Peach sorbet is a core powder, so it doesn't need to be capped. So I'm trying to build all my structure in each segment so that I don't have to come in and cap the nail at the end, just because then I've saved some time. However, if you are doing a colour block and you aren't using core powders or strength powders, then do make sure that you cap each segment as you go along. Or, you know, if you get to the end of the set of the nail, and you feel that, you know, you haven't got enough apex there or your structure isn't correct, then just come in with some clear acrylic and finish it off. So once that section had set, I'm just coming in with my hand file and filing it crisp. This I think is the 150 grit, and all my hand files are from Femme Fatale nails, as they are my absolute favourites. So I'm just making sure to dust all that dust away before then coming in with my white acrylic for the next section. So as I said in a previous video, this white is a mix of CJP, Snow White and Crystal Glass, just to create a more softer white, I do find it a little bit easier to work with this way than if I'm using Snow White on its own. CJP do also do a white called Coconut Milk, which is meant to be really, really lovely, softer white that's slightly easier to use. So I'm just basically building up the next section and following that line along. It doesn't matter if you overlap over the previous coloured acrylic, as when you file it, you'll file through to that crisp line that you've created. I personally prefer to go slightly over, as then I know that, you know, the colour is butted up really nice and close and there isn't going to be no tiny gaps in between. I'm trying to get as much of the shape of the acrylic done with my brush, as then this reduces the amount of filing you have to do. You know, there are quite a few ways of doing colour blocking. It is quite easy as well if you're using a craft knife or dental floss to create nice crisp lines. And yeah, I use quite a few of the different ways of doing it, but this is sort of like the go-to quick and easy way, I feel. Just getting as much of it done with your brush and then just a quick file. But you know, do whatever works for you and whatever you find easiest. Most of my videos up on my channel are just to show designs. You know, I'm not saying do it this way or that my way is the correct way or anything like that. I'm just basically making videos just to see my own progression and just to show some of the designs that I like doing, and also because I've actually really enjoyed doing it and it has been a lot of fun. So I do find that I faff around quite a lot when doing colour blocking. So yeah, it's obviously the less beads you can get it done in, the better. But if you use lots of beads, as long as you're happy with the finished result, that's all that matters. So once that white has set, I went in and filed that crisp as well. And then I'm coming in with Trilogies of Valencia Hollow. I'm just picking that up with a small bead of crystal glass and basically building that next section. Once I've done the fine gold, I'm then going to come in over the top with that orange glitter that I showed you. However, unfortunately, I'm not sure where that's from, as I have had it ages. But I just wanted to use it to add a little bit more dimension to the glittered areas, as I will be coming over the top of them with the leopard print. So when using glitter for a colour block, it's probably best to keep it as thin as possible, as you have got to come in and cap it in clear. So again, I'm just taking my time and trying to get that as neat as possible with my brush, and just making sure that the whole area of the nail is covered. And then over the top of that, I'm just coming in with a small bead of those orange pieces of glitter. I will then cap this section in clear acrylic, leave it to set, and then file it crisp the same as before. So I'll just leave you guys to watch this bit and I'll pop back in a moment. So here you can see I have that section filed crisp, and then I'm coming in with this beautiful glitter from A&A Glitters. So this particular mix is called Kiss Me Softly, and it is a beautiful chunky mix of hearts and lips, but then it has got some silvery gold shards and hexagon pieces. It's like a background base, so it's really beautiful to work with. I have just picked this up with a clear bead of acrylic, and then I'm just going in with my wet brush and picking up any pieces that I want to include. Trying not to add too much, as like I said, it is a chunky mix of glitter and I am adding it to such a small section of my nail. So I'm then going to cap that in clear acrylic, and I'm capping it slightly wetter just to make sure that that acrylic gets around all those pieces of glitter and sets them all in place. So I did find that this nail at this point looked really bulky, and I did have to come in and do a fair bit of filing. So obviously if you can avoid doing that, then do so. Colour blocking is something that I'm still trying to really practice at. So here off camera I have filed, buffed, shaped and cleaned away all the dust, and I'm then coming in with Kiki London's Blackpool and my detailer brush from Dmn Beauty, and I'm just loosely drawing on some zebra pattern shaped stripes just over the white area as over the gold orangey glitter. I'm going to do the leopard spot, so obviously it ties in with the rest of the nails. So the good thing about using gel polish to do this kind of artwork is if you do anything wrong, you can just wipe it away before curing and start again. So I'll just take this moment to thank all my new subscribers that I've received this week and all my previous subscribers for being part of my channel. It really does mean a lot to me, especially as someone who is quite new to YouTube and quite a small channel. I do it because I find it fun, but of course it is lovely when you do receive new subscribers and likes and comments and etc. So thank you so much for all of those. And if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would obviously absolutely love it if you did. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, as it really does help. So I'm hoping to get this video up on my channel on Friday. So if you are watching it and it is Friday, which hopefully it will be, as hopefully I'll get it up on time, then I hope you all have an absolutely lovely weekend. So I'm just then coming in with a dotting tool just to finish off and add a little something extra to the gold section. I'm then going to cure this in my Kiki London LED lamp for 60 seconds, and I'm then going to come in with my tack free top gloss and completely top coat this nail. And then that's the end of the video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed watching them all. And yeah, I shall see you all again real soon. Bye bye.